Scottie's rings are just the same as Michael Jordan's, why not?
Because he won the best player on the team.
Yeah, but he was the most impactful player on the team.
I get it.
What do you mean he wasn't?
Listen, I get it.
If you unplug Scottie Pippen off that team,
Sure.
Jordan's 0 for 6.
Shut up! I knew you was lying. I knew you was lying, man. Message!
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Welcome to Tyler Rose TV. I'm trying to reach 50K subscribers, so please hit that sub. But what I'm talking about today is ridiculous, because every time Rich Paul seems to get on the podcast, he somehow got to create a narrative to say Michael Jordan wasn't this, Kobe wasn't this, this is the reason Jordan won, these are the things that happened, this is that, no, stop it. We're tired of it. You see the title of this video. He is trying to tell everybody that Michael Jordan would be 0-6 without Scottie Pippen. And he's making it seem like Scottie Pippen was the guy. And Jordan, you know, he benefited so much from having Scottie that he's the reason that he even has rings. It's because of Scottie and not because of Michael Jordan, who was a two-way player, just like Scottie, but had to carry more on the offensive end, which I'm going to get into a lot more in this video. Bringing up some stats. I'm going to bring up a lot of interesting things that you want to see, so you don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe. We're going to get into the clip and hit the bell if you're new. Guys, I got a lot coming for this channel. I appreciate y'all for viewing me and taking an interest in my video. So let's do it. If you're new, hit that sub. Let's go.
Same.
Right.
They're just not, right? Scottie Pippen rings, those 6, they're not the same as Michael Jordan's.
Right.
They're not the same as LeBron James.
But they're pretty good.
But they're good. They're good. If there's some sidekick rings, if there's some sidekick rings,
I think Scottie's rings are just the same as Michael Jordan's, why not?
Because he won the best player on the team.
Yeah, but he was the most impactful player on the team.
I get it.
What do you mean he wasn't?
Listen, I get it.
If you unplug Scottie Pippen off that team,
Sure.
Jordan's 0 for 6.
Sure,
could be.
Who knows? But
No,
if you
no, could be.
But if you
Not know
replace
who
Scottie,
knows.
but replace Scottie Pippen with another All-Star. No one does it without another All-Star.
No,
Replace
you
him
got
with another All-Star. He's going to win more than one.
You can replace him with another All-Star, but just because it's an All-Star don't mean it's Scottie Pippen.
No question. I'm not saying
right.
6. I'm saying, but you're going to win some.
How many All-Stars are going to be willing to take a back seat knowing
100% of every All-Star who ever lived.
That's not true. That's
if
not
you're
true.
playing with Jordan, you got no choice.
No, that's not true, because again, this is where you got to really dive into the type of player. You're talking about just All-Star, okay? Remove that, All-Star. But you're talking about a guy that's 6'9", that plays both sides of the ball, that is 6'7", whatever. He got a 7'3" wingspan, right? He can initiate the offense. The best, you had 3 guys on that team, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, that were on the all defensive team.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Ron Harper should have been on it too.
Ron Harper, another, and that was after Harp had the knee issue.
I don't care what anyone says. Dennis Rodman, greatest defender I've ever seen. Yeah.
No one's arguing with
including
you with that.
Pippen.
No. Well, again, so you had 2 guys who you can argue that was the greatest defensive player you ever seen.
No question.
So let's get straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Jordan is an all-NBA defender in every single championship run he has had. Every single time he's won a championship, he was an all-NBA defender. Matter of fact, Michael Jordan, the only time he didn't make an all-NBA team in the 90s is when he came back towards the end of the season when they lost to the Orlando Magic in the playoffs. That's the only time he wasn't an all-NBA defender. May I add that Michael Jordan is also a defensive player of the year, in which Scottie never had. And I'm not done with defense. Let me tell you right now, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen averaged the same amount of blocks. Michael Jordan averaged more steals in his career than Scottie Pippen. So what that tells me is, as great as Scottie Pippen was, as great as Ron Harper was, as great as Dennis Rodman was, even though he was only there for the second three-peat, I believe, you can't tell me that Scottie Pippen being a versatile defender is the reason that he's winning. Michael Jordan is the guy because not only did he have to play one end, he had to play the other end. And he had to play harder on offense just for his team to win. And this is taking nothing away from Scottie Pippen's greatness, because Ron Harper, all those defenders on the Bulls were great two-way players, but their job mainly was to be a defender. And go look at who was the second highest, scorer on some of those finals. And Pippen sometimes is in the high teens. He's in the 17s and 19s. It's kind of similar to when Kobe was in his second championship run with Powell. It's like Kobe would average near 30 and Powell was like 18 a game, 19 a game. That was the relationship. we're talking about a guy that's a LeBron guy? Oh, no. We're not going to talk about a guy who's a LeBron guy when LeBron is, in 2011, he's the third highest scorer on his team, and he couldn't even keep up to get the freaking victory, to get a championship ring. So Dwayne Wade was averaging 26, Bosh was averaging 18, he was averaging 17. Then we go look at the 2016 NBA Finals. Kyrie averaged the same amount of points as him. I think it might have been 1 point more or 1 point less, like 27 or 26. They both averaged for that 2016 3-1 comeback. LeBron gets. If you're saying Scottie Pippen is the reason that Michael Jordan is 6-0, then what is the reason LeBron is 4-6? It's because of his team too, and it's even worse because he played with more superior, talented players than Michael Jordan. Let's face it. When Scottie Pippen left the Bulls, when he went to the Portland Trail Blazers, they didn't go to reach the NBA Finals. They were a great team, but they obviously didn't get to the promised land and get it done. So what does that tell me? When one player leaves, the greatest player of all time, he wasn't able to get over the hump and get the job done. And that team had everything they needed. They were up, I believe, up by 15 at halftime when they were playing the Lakers to go to the NBA Finals or to beat them. I think it was the 2000. Was it 2000 or 2001? Somebody will watch this and know what I'm talking about. That team didn't go nowhere. Why? Because Scottie Pippen, as great as he is, he's not the offensive threat that one Michael Jordan was. So as great as a defender he is, there's another there's another side of the floor that you have to cover. And that was Michael Jordan's job, and that was his main load, is to carry that. But he also had to carry the defensive end as well, because you don't make all NBA defensive teams and you don't get defensive player of the year in your career and average more steals and the same amount of blocks as Scottie Pippen and then say, well, Scottie Pippen's the only reason that, Michael Jordan is 6-0. It's nonsense. Don't talk about somebody carrying somebody or being superior when it comes to how they've won their championships. When your guy has played with the utmost talent and has come up short more than any other player in modern history. The only player that lost more finals, I believe, is Jerry West. And now we're going back to the 60s and 70s. We're talking about a guy who's supposed to be the greatest player of all time. His agent is up there trying to crap and shit all over Jordan's name just to make his client look good. At this point in time, if you have to continue to do this, how great is your client? If you have to continue to shit on Michael Jordan to make your client look good. The problem with all these LeBron guys is they have to continue to diminish another person's name to make them look good. Like, if I talk about how great Kobe was, I can say, okay, well, look at Kobe. You got Shaq with him. Y'all didn't give him any credit for 3 rings because y'all haters. Okay, cool, we get it. Shaq leaves, he goes to 3 straight and wins back-to-back. Okay, Pippen leaves, he doesn't go to any NBA Finals. What are we saying here? You know what I'm saying? What we're saying, he's a great player, but he's not to that caliber of a player like a Shaq or a player like a Kobe, like that guy that can, if he's the main guy. I don't think Scottie Pippen as a main guy, the best player on the team, is winning the championship. I don't think he's that great on both ends of the floor. Maybe on one, but the other end, of the offensive end, I don't think he's getting it done. These are just my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Rich Paul is back at it again. He never fails to entertain us, never fails to make up some nonsense, some straight up bullshit if we're being honest. And these are just my thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. You got to go over 50,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit it before the end of this year. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe if you enjoy this content. And I'll see y'all next one. Peace.